Hi you guys, I'm driving down the road. I went into Java Joe's and bought my cup of coffee and got a bunch of water and some bunch of napkins and stuff. And they didn't have any lighter to light my marijuana, so I raised a stink in there about that. And then I went out to the parking lot and raised even more of a stink. But they referred me down to the liquor store, and when I got there, I was able to get what I needed. So that was nice. And I don't know, dudes. I don't even know if I can film it. Like, if I'm gonna be able to continue to film through this stuff. I don't know if I'll be allowed to. So right now I am being allowed to. But I don't know what to say. I mean, they're just making me all gentle and stuff. Probably making me gentle and understated. And if that happens, just know that the rock star is not dead. It's in there somewhere. Maybe they beat the crap out of it. Maybe they broke it. Maybe they even killed it, but not killed it, but almost killed it. And because I'm not gonna let it be dead. I'm not gonna let my rock star die. And but in the meantime, I think they're creaming me pretty good, I'll tell you. And literally everywhere I go, in order to even buy something now, not just if I want them to give me something, if I go in to buy something, I will end up being asked for sex. And it's like, I know I'm hot, but this is weird, you know, to be so overt about it, to like actually say it to me. You have to have sex with me to get this deal, this lighter, or this cup of coffee, or gas, to buy gas from me. I can't even sit in my car in the library parking lot and be left alone in that way. All night long there's this harassment that's unbearable, and I'm just getting used to it. I'm getting used to it, you guys. I'm just like, this has got to be something that I enjoy, because it's a fact, so how can I learn to enjoy it? And, you know, how does somebody like me, you know, who is just really into the whole sex thing, big time, have such a reluctance when everybody becomes willing, you know? Because my mom gave me great advice as a child, and that was, you can't rape the willing. You cannot rape the willing. And so I have to become the willing. And if you become the willing, then you're not getting raped. But that seems like some sick damn advice right there. Everybody out there who knows what this is about knows exactly that what I'm saying is true. And if you don't know, now you know, but you also will know. In other words, like, deep down, you already know. And it's so weird, because if we already know, why in the heck did we ever forget? Why in the heck did we ever forget? What compassionate bullshit was that to make us go into forgetfulness and then teach our way back out of it? I don't know. Like, what's the point in having the fall and then going back up into, you know, paradise again? I don't know if you forget when you're in paradise. I think you have to forget, or you can't be in paradise. You have to forget there's a dang war going on when you're hunkered down in your trench for and then enjoy your trench as much as you possibly can while you're there and find joy in it, or you're not going to have any joy. So I'm just trying to make sure that I end up not dying from this super duper powerful energy I'm coming up against. And it's like it's like Gandalf going into and facing down Sauron. That's what I'm about to do, you guys. The White Wizard. I'm about to go into the White Wizard right now. She has a coffee shop out here, and it was time. It's time for me to go face down the dang White Wizard. She's Sauron, but she's not Saruman. The Great Eye is even more powerful than she is, and she works for the Great Eye. And Sauron says to Gandalf, that you have elected the way of pain, or that, you will die, that you will die for making this choice not to join the dark side. And that's the truth. Yeah. So, but he himself became a White Wizard eventually, but he had to at first whoop up on Sauron, because that's not acceptable to just give in to the dark side without putting up a damn fight. Maybe some people do give in to the dark side without putting up a fight, but they must be more well adjusted than I am, because Thomas Merton said that, what's his name, Adolf Eichmann was sent to a psychiatrist as a war criminal, Adolf Eichmann, during the Holocaust. And he said in his essay something about Adolf Eichmann, and by Thomas Merton, and then he said that Adolf Eichmann was sent to a psychiatrist for evaluation, and the psychiatrist said that he was, quote, perfectly sane. And Thomas Merton said that to be well adjusted in an insane world isn't compassionate. It's not compassionate. Look at what he became. He became Adolf Eichmann, the Nazi, war criminal, very world-renowned war criminal. And what, is he supposed to be the dang good guy, the hero? I used to get mad at Darren and say, we're just going to find out that Hitler was Jesus and Jesus was Hitler. That Jesus, being all mild-mannered and good, is the worst evil in the world, and meaning it's promoting the worst sorts of depravities, while Hitler, in killing a bunch of billions of people, is compassionate by teaching us that the world is a prison system world and we have to comply in it. But that's not compassionate, that's fucking sick. But if it is that, then we do have to comply, but I still know that. I know I'm kicked in the back of the fucking head. These people had me by the short hairs from the beginning because I so love the Lotus Sutra with my life. The minute you love the Lotus Sutra with your life, you've been fucked. You've been had. They got you. You'll never be able to get away from it. I mean, that's my experience. I don't know about other people, but I don't know. Some people are still quoting the Bible and stuff like that, and I'm like, you're practicing Buddhism at this point, but whatever. So but I don't want to deny people's beautiful, belief systems either. So probably gonna land on having both, just like everything. We don't exclude anything in life, we include everything. That's why it's evil. It's evil to include evil into your practice of life. If you go out and kill people and you call that good, doesn't make it good. It's evil being called good. But in truth, I'm watching my own clips nowadays, and they're not funny. They're occasionally they make me laugh, and they are absurd, or I expect them to be absurd. But when I watch them, I'm hearing someone expounding the law of Buddhism. I'm hearing the Buddha preach the law. And it's bizarre. It's bizarre. And I've got me a white wizard pissed at me, calling me to go in and get some food. And I'm like, at what price? At what price? I do have a money card, but still, I'm saying at what price? Because it's gonna be a big price. I'm going into church right now, and I'm going in to be schooled. Yeah, I'm going in to be schooled. Yeah, and I hope the other one is too, because otherwise it's not even gonna be a fucking fight. It'll be just me walking in and getting hornswoggled real fast. But I'm not into that. I'm a fucking fighter, so let's hope I have a fight left in me when I get in there, because otherwise I'm just hornswoggled. I'm wrestled down and hogtied, and your hero becomes the biggest fucking wimp in the world, and I'm defeated then. So, but I don't defeat that fucking easily, so I'll probably put up a fight, I hope. It's all about karma. If my karma allows me to fight, I'm gonna fight. I'm going in with the spirit of fighting, as I'm talking about surrendering, but that's just to face what could happen so that I can bring back my fight. Because this white wizard, this bitch that I'm about to go fucking face down, has really, 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 really persecuted me. Knowingly persecuted me, abused power, caused me damage, caused me harm. And right now, I couldn't damn thank her enough for that shit, because her doing that to me slowed down my growth. And thank goodness, because if my growth leads to where I'm having sex with everybody I walk past, then I'd rather have gotten that, have that happen slowly if I can't stop it. Because that's bad. So thank you for that. But I'm about to go in and tell you. Wait just a minute. She's telling me something. Oh, okay. Oh, she's wanting me to get real mad, make a scene out of this. Just like the mayor. They like it when you throw a fit in front of a bunch of people. They get turned on by that stuff. And I gotta tell you, I never expected that from the White Wizard. But I'll tell you what, they're all like that. They're all like that. I don't know, should I say your name? Oh my God. Okay, the White Wizard is Diana Kelly. One of the top leaders in the SGI. And I love the SGI more than I love my own life. And that lady kicked my ass out of there so fast when I started telling them they were evil. And now we're back to the truth that they're evil. So, what's going to happen probably is I'm just going to go in there and they'll be gentle with me and I'm going to be gentle with them because I whipped up on them out here. When I went back to the mayor, he came back to me. He finally got through to me on an email saying, I'm so sorry. I really want you to have these garden supplies for the community garden at the Village Sage where they kicked me out. And I forwarded it on to the office manager who's having that affair with Carlos, and I said, this is because of my call to the mayor, and you know that scared her. And then and so anyway, I thanked him. I sent a message back thanking him and telling him that sorry for picking on you so much in the public, but I had to because you wanted me to. So next I'm going to be writing him and asking him for a bunch of money to go be contributed to the CCA, the Contemporary something CCA. I like that place. I like the owner there. Nice man, and he's going under. So I'm going to go to his rescue and use this bribery that the mayor's doing to me in the favor of the CCA and get him to give me money in exchange for me raising hell all over the place like I did or may continue to do. And then he can give me $2,000 after he bails out CCA because he's got the money. I just saw it in the paper. They've got like $20 million raised funds for the city, so he can get some of that to CCA. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I should just ask for $2,000. That's some heavy shit I did to get this money, but I'm thinking $2,000 and maybe him putting me up in a hotel room, even though I may be able to go home. I wouldn't mind taking a vacation downtown too. So we'll do that, and maybe I'll ask for some money on top of the $2,000 for me to be able to go out and eat at nice restaurants. I'm gonna think about it, but right now, going out into public, if I go to a restaurant and they make me do sex to get my meal, I may just settle for having the money in my pocket and order room service or something, you know, but or take out, and because that's asking a lot. They're asking a lot of me right now. So, but the good news is I'm looking out over the mountains out there in the distance and trying not to suffer, and just going, hey, grin and bear it, grin and bear it. That's how I've gotten through my whole life. I've grinned and I bared it. I bore it. I didn't bore it, but I got to tell you, these people that I'm coming up against that are all wanting to have sex, one thing that I really, really notice about them is they are the most boring people. Boring. They're not rock stars. They're boring. They're like tamed and boring. It's just weird. Like, they talk about boring things when they're trying to sex you up. Like, the more boring they are, they think they're more the more boring they are, the more sexy they think they are. The more sexy they think they are by being boring. And I'm like, well, you'll have to put up with excitement if you're around me, because I'm exciting. You're trying to bug, Mama. You're so exciting that your legs are shriveling up. As you know, you need to go in and face the White Wizard. That biatch. Wait, Mama. Yes? I've come in here and been so nice to Diana Kelly. I even voted for her best as Santa Fe. Her coffee shop is Sweet Santa Fe. Now, I know all you guys are going to come in and buy from her because she has the best chocolate, coffee, tea. The food, I'm gonna say, is mild. It doesn't have any spice. I'm like, what? You gotta have spice. Without spice, you ain't got flavor. And it's kind of like Annapurna's food, very bland and mild. And but it's good food, and they have gelato, they have various herbal teas, they have truffles, they have chocolates like crazy, pastries, delicious food. But she is a white wizard, and she has earned her benefits in her life, her house, I know she has a new house down in El Dorado, but in this shop out here that's just taking off and gangbusters and winning all these awards. But the reason is because she really did sell her soul to the devil and banished me and did all this horrible stuff. So I'm practicing the Lotus Sutra with my life and saying this out loud, because I try to leave the SGI out of it because I love the SGI more than I love my own life. So I've left it out of the story, but right now I'm going in to fight the White Wizard. Okay, I have to be, ready. Like Mike Tyson, or better yet, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali really is better than Mike Tyson, because Muhammad Ali obeyed the rules. But I gotta tell you, Mike Tyson left them all stunned by the end of that deal. I'll tell you, that guy, he broke every rule. He broke the rules, and you gotta admire that. But Muhammad Ali did abide by the rules. And believe it or not, I abide by the rules. I abide by the rules, by the law of the Lotus Sutra. I abide by the law of the Lotus Sutra. So, I'm arrogant, but I have to be arrogant to turn on the camera nowadays. And I have to be arrogant to go and fight this battle. But I have to be humble toward the law, the mystic law, which I am. I'm humble toward the mystic law. So what I found out, ironically, in Santa Fe, is that this really is the land of tranquil light. The land where everyone practices Buddhism. But I'm doing it by shakabuku, by going up against these guys. And as I go up against them, let's hope I end up not having to have sex with them, because that's a bit much. Like Jesus did go wash somebody's feet, or did he get his feet washed? But maybe both. But they didn't say Jesus went and had sex orgies with them. That Jesus was pure and didn't do that kind of stuff. But it might just be that we find out that all this sex stuff is pure, and that's the answer. But it doesn't look pure to me. It looks pretty kinky and pretty depraved. So I'm gonna fight it as long as I can. So I'm gonna get off the phone and go face down the dang White Wizard. I think. Let's see what I'm being told to do by the White Wizard. This is the White Wizard telling me to do this shit. She wants me to get a bunch of benefits, so she wants me to fucking throw a fucking fit from hell about the way you treated me, Diana Kelly. Knowingly lying. People died as a result of that shit. People died. Lucia died, and so did Doug. And I didn't get to see either of them as they died. I was blocked out of there. I was blocked out from meeting Linda Johnson. And you know what? I really thought I was going to meet that lady because all those leaders were coming down to meet with me. And then you guys held me out because I was honest and told Linda Johnson that I was going to come break into there and see her. And you guys held me out. Because every time I'd come into one of the meetings, I'd read the Lotus Sutra. I would read Nichiren Daishonin's writings, and I would read President Ikeda's writings. And you guys left me homeless and broken, and I know you get off on it. So you're welcome. Glad you could get off on my suffering. And I hope you got off on those guys dying. Because I told them both that they were going to die because of what they were doing, and then they did. And not long after I told them. And they can say that everybody dies. And that's true. But they died in the way that they died exactly because they were slandering a votary of the Lotus Sutra. The votary of the Lotus Sutra. Me. I was acting as Nichiren Daishonin. And you guys would say, "Who do you think you are, Nichiren Daishonin?" And I would say, "Yes, I am of the same mind as Nichiren Daishonin. So thank you for asking, so that I could tell you that. I've been so fortunate to be persecuted like this. I will go down in history. Now maybe everybody else does. I don't know. I don't see other people doing this. But maybe they are. Maybe that's the point. It's a secret mystic law. And maybe I'll find out everybody's out doing this. But doing this shakabuku, yelling and screaming at people to keep them from doing this sex thing. And so my eyes are cross-eyed from all this stuff. I know I'm gonna get younger because I feel so fucking old. If I survive this, I'm gonna get younger. And I'm already damn young, but I gotta tell you, this is an ass kicker. And I don't know, maybe they can thank me for helping them attain enlightenment. But if they landed where they landed, then they probably shouldn't thank me at all. Nichiren Daishonin said, "I am the most perverse man in all of Japan." And now I'm seeing that when you practice the Lotus Sutra, you are the most perverse person in all the world. Jambu Vipa. Jambu Boo. Jambu Vipa. The whole world. I'm seeing those old people over there and going, "Oh my God, they're perverts." And over where I was on Canyon Road yesterday, there were these people who were practically trying to rape me. And I got mad and left. After they tried it for a long time. And they kept telling me they were trying to teach me something. And I was like, "You guys are disgusting. You guys are sick." And I left. And they were telling me a bunch of the mayor's secrets, though, while they were doing that. You know, they were telling me the mayor's secrets. They told me to actually ask for the money for CCA, so I am. So you guys can be glad about that, you freaking rapists. And that's why I left, because you're freaking rapists. And when I first moved here, I looked at the rape sex offenders map for Santa Fe, and it's just covered with red. It's all sex offenders everywhere here. And I'm like, yep, that makes sense. And then I had to move here. But what's going on here isn't unique. It's going on all over the world. It's everywhere, but I'm just realizing it and saying it overtly. And you know what happens to people who do that? They either comply, eventually they have to comply, or die. And I'm honestly on the complying route, but it looks like I'm on the defying route. But every time I comply, I get out of it a little bit longer. I just escape my fate just a little bit longer. And I don't know, I'm going up against the White Wizard now. How am I going to escape that fate? The last one I escaped was a nice young man in the middle of the night in the parking lot of a Allsup's gas station. Just such a lovely young man, and I said, absolutely not, and drove out of there and sped like a dang demon out of there. So, and I know that I destroyed his day, but I'm sorry, I had to do what I had to do. And so if that was that difficult for me to get out of there, now I'm going to see the dang White Wizard, you know? And I know that shit turns to violence, because the White Wizard, when it fought Gandalf, you know what I mean? You know, it wasn't pretty. I mean, it was kind of pretty, but it was violent, you know? But I'm ready to go in and have words. I'm going to bring my Lotus Sutra and read it to her, because this is fucked up. So I'll see if I should bring Dobby. Dobby, are you going to go? She's going. So sorry, Diana Kelly, that I have fucking had to out you in front of the whole fucking world. You and all those other SGI leaders here locally and across the nation. There were some in Phoenix, one in Chicago, and Linda Johnson in LA. And I wrote letters to President Ikeda naming just about damn near everybody in Santa Fe in the SGI as being evil. And then people across the country too. So President Ikeda knew. And I told him he didn't need to write back. So he didn't. And so I got to feel abandoned by my mentor when I asked him not to write back. And but I did feel abandoned by my mentor. I did. But I knew he didn't abandon me. But you guys did. You guys did. And but I knew I was practicing the Lotus Sutra with my life. And that in the end you guys were going to lose. And you already did, because you lost me from the SGI for a long, long time. So I may have lived homeless. I may have been brutally beaten. I may have been I may have been jailed. I may have been enslaved. I may have been just battered and broken, suffering in the lowest forms of suffering that you can suffer, almost dying from health problems and violence and homelessness and hunger and thirst. And Luna died for your sins. Luna died for your sins, and you guys just let her, because she wouldn't have died so young if she would have had better care. So, and I may die young, and that'll be the same fucking reason, but I'm planning on staying alive through this shit. So I gave my very flesh, my hair, one of my ribs, my kidney, part of my kidney. I bowed down to be hit as Bodhisattva, never disparaging, over and 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 over. And you guys have watched it. It's pretty cool that I've been allowed to do that. I was allowed to do that by me, by having the fucking balls, the courage to go and stand up against you people. And yes, I'm gonna lose, but I put up a dang good fight and thrilled you guys even more along the way. So, have a good thrill, dudes.